Hey people, welcome back. I want to reveal something interesting about the English language and quite eye-opening. I'm going to connect it from English to Freemasonry. We'll begin with the English language and numerology. So, let me put up this chart here for a visual aid. In numerology, I've already spoken about gematria and the God number being 26. Now we're going to numerology. In numerology, the God number is 55. And the reason that is because if you sum, look at the top, 1 through 10, it sums to 55. In numerology, 55 is 5 plus 5 equals 10, which means that 1 through 10, when summed together, become a reflection of themselves. And when you think of God, a lot of people would describe God as being a reflection of itself and all of its creation. So essentially this way, you can look at 1 through 10 is God and all of its creation and being a reflection of itself. That's how the numbers translate, if you can follow that. So in English, numerology, or excuse me, in English, these words sum to 55, and let's keep in mind that 55 is the God number. The word heaven sums to 55. The word sky sums to 55. The word cloud sums to 55. And the word Satan sums to 55. Of course, the spelling for Santa is with the same letters. Santa also equals 55. Santa Claus equals 111. The name William Jefferson Clinton also equals 111. Then in Gematria, the God number is 26, as said by Pythagoras, and the English alphabet is, of course, 26 letters. So, think about this. The God number is 26, but in English, they made the word Satan equal 55. Okay, we're going to take a brief break, and we'll continue. Thank you. Okay, so we just talked about the number 55 in the English language and how strangely enough it equals the word Satan. And it makes you wonder, did the people who created the English language believe that Satan was the real God? I've heard that theory before. Maybe they really did believe that. Check this out. So, the English language was first spoken in Scotland in the 17th century. That is where Scottish Rite Freemasonry comes from, which has the ranging degrees of 31, 32, and 33. If you sum 31 plus 32 plus 33, it equals 96, the reverse of the number 69, which we're all familiar with. Words that equal 96 that I'm aware of are knowledge, Satanism, and New Ageism. The math is right here on the screen. If you're not familiar with Satanism, it is the worship of yourself. Satanism is about worshiping yourself if you learn about the religion. And when you think about the United States of America, you probably think about a lot of people who are very invested in themselves and not so much, the others around them. It's kind of an eel of our time, you could say. And that is a tenet of Satanism, to worry about yourself, put yourself first. So think about that. Is it possible that we have all been subtly programmed to be more self-worshippers? Perhaps we're all guilty. Let's look at this again. Before I showed you how if you sum 1 through 10, it sums to 55. If you sum 1 through 11, plus 11 more, it sums to 66. The word woman equals 66. So does the word freedom. If you take the sum of the first 13 colonies and add it all up, it sums to 66. The first highway built across the nation was Route 66. The Church of Satanism was opened in San Francisco in the year 1966. That's the same year the NFL was established. It's also the year the ground was commemorated for the World Trade Center. Construction would start 2 years later, 33 years before demolition. Today, the Church of Satan is located in the Clinton neighborhood of New York. The gematria of the word Clinton equals 33, and the Clintons were the original governors of New York, which was established as New Amsterdam on February 2nd, the 33rd day of the year. On February 2nd, 2014, the day of the Super Bowl, there were explosions reported underground in the Clinton neighborhood. Here in Washington State, the local Satanism chapter, you can look this up on the web. If you want to contact the branch of Satanism in Washington State. Their number is the Olympia area code 33 Satan. That number 66, which is connected to Satanism, that's also the number of books in the Bible. The Bible is 66 books. So this 66 number, it is significant. And it belongs to Christianity just as much as it belongs to Satanism. Interesting. One more time, I'm going to put this up here for you to look at. Notice that the word woman equals 66. And like I said, the first 13 colonies, the beginning, the birth of a new nation, summed to 66, symbolic. In Satanism, one of the tenets is to control women because they know that women ultimately control men. And if you ask most men, at least who are heterosexual, they will tell you that yes, that is probably true. Women do control men. So in Satanism, they want to make women more materialistic and drive them to want more, individual possessions, because they know by fueling this, it will essentially make the man follow through the woman. So look into this stuff. It's very interesting, and honestly, from studying this, I do believe that we are a nation of unknowing Satanists.